African music is as diverse as its cultures and the peoples that have flowered in many indigenous forms as well as been shaped by foreign influences. Talking drums, signal drums, songs, and the sagas of the historian griots each communicate different types of important information. Music is an integral part of African ethnic life, accompanying many kinds of events, including childbirth, marriage, hunting, and even political activities. Many cultures use song and dance to ward off evil spirits and pay respects to the good spirits, the dead, and the ancestors. The majority of sub-Saharan Africa folk music and traditional music is functional in nature. There are, for example, many different kinds of work songs, ceremonial songs, religious songs, or courting music performed at royal courts, and typically none of these are performed outside of their intended context.
As has been mentioned, North Africa has a distinctive musical style, different from the southern regions. This music bears a strong Arab and Islamic stamp thanks to medieval Islamic expansion. East Africa also has deep musical ties to the Islamic world, from the Egyptian-influenced Tarab music of the Swahili coast to the oud-driven music of the Nubian people of northern Sudan. Additionally, Ethiopia has their own ancient, unique musical cultures that date back more than 1,000 years. Music can be a unifying force no matter the differences in age, gender, or culture. Specifically, tribes can express their heritage and legacies through song and dance. For instance, the Zulu tribe dancing is usually performed during a traditional Zulu ceremony and is accompanied by vibrant singing and sometimes the beating of drums. Zulu dancing is something quite spectacular, especially when the men and women are fully dressed in their traditional attire.
Although the musical styles and instruments vary from region to region, there are some common forms of musical expression. By far the most significant instrument in African music is the African drum. It expresses the mood of the people and evokes emotion. The beat of the African drum is considered the heartbeat of the community, and its rhythm is what holds the dancers together.
There are many traditional dances for the Zulu tribe, one being Ingoma, Isinsingili. This is a dance performed by boys and girls without drums and accompanied by a chant. The girls wear woolen skirts and are usually bare-chested. They also wear rattles made of seed pods around the ankles to accent the high kicks. The Ingoma is one of the purest remnants of Zulu tradition. Boys and girls perform the dance for transition ceremonies such as coming of age, weddings.
Not only is music integral during peacetime, but it can also be utilized as a weapon. One of the most important expressions of music as resistance is Toi Toi, a military march song and dance style characterized by stomping and chanting. The revolution in South Africa is the only revolution anywhere in the world that was done in a four-part harmony. Quote from Abdullah Abraham. Music played a vital role in the fight against apartheid. According to Vincent Venya, Toi Toi was like a weapon when you didn't have guns, didn't have tear gas. It is a weapon that we used in war. Chanting included political slogans and or songs often consisting of chants such as Amandala, which is translated as power, and Arthu, which means ours.
The 1983 of the Warfare at the time of the People's War when songs were just trying to articulate their new agency and a new direction, and when the Troya reflected this, Troya was most often used to intimidate the thrust of African peoples and the police of the security forces that enforce the apartheid law. While Troya was used extensively in the struggle against the apartheid, it is still used today to be potent form of protest people. A more recent example of banner music is within Mali.
Mali takes acclaim as birthplace of the blues, the foundation stone of modern music, and many of its best-known artists have taken their songs around the world. They remain respected political voices at home. Oumou Sangre, the country's biggest female star, made her name in the early 2000s with a breathtaking album. Banning of music is hideous anywhere, but in Mali of all places it seems somehow sacrilegious. This is a poor country, as one of its most famous artists says, music is its mineral wealth. And the Mujahideen have not just banned it, they declared war on musicians, destroying their equipment and threatening to slice off their fingers. It underlies how at heart this is a cultural conflict between those embracing the turbulent values of liberal democracy and those seeking the certainties of theocracy.
Ooh, I like your accent. Where you from?
I'm Liberian.
Oh, my bad. I like your accent. Where you from?